Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a K-91-PT. It's a tier 9 Russian premium tank destroyer. It's located on the northwest spawn of Mountain Pass, and this one is under the command of Mr. Lan. Game on. Well, there's not much to say about the K-91 series tank destroyers. They were a development that started in 1949. And well, it actually stopped in 1949 as well, because after they actually designed this as a blueprint, it was effectively cancelled. Now it's a quite interesting design because it's got a 122mm gun in a rear-mounted turret, well, not turret but casement. First shot into a Progetto 381. It's a 122mm gun doing 390 alpha, 315mm of penetration with standard rounds, with the premium rounds. With standard it only goes through 258, but at tier 9 it's coming up against some serious opposition. Remember that its opposite number is the Object 704, which did actually get produced, or at least as far as I'm aware was produced. Okay, he's got a Leopard 1 across the way. He fires a shot at him, but doesn't get a shot, but he was seen, so, and I think he was probably seen by the tank that's such in the dip. There's a Hawk 30 down the dip. Oh, he got a shot into the Leopard, but the Leopard was only be able to get a shot into the tracks in return. Now that Hawk is rather close, and at the moment he's hugging the side of the rock, which actually does protect him from Arty, but of course there's no Arty in this game, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Always useful to know those spots where you are safe from Arty. Doesn't always work out that way, because sometimes Arty players can sneak around through a particular spot to hit the enemy. And oh, now he's actually trying to push this Type 61 for the position he wants, and takes out the Hawk 30. I think the Type was a bit annoyed that he was actually being pushed around and hauled around, but he was actually using the position that Mr. Lan needed, and so he had to go round the edge, and even if the Type was in the way, he was carried with him. Okay, well the Hawk's gone, which means there's no need for the Type 61 to remain here, and in fact actually he has gone away. He's gone down towards the Western Pass. We do have that Leopard 1. Oh, no, there's still a Scorpion there. And he got a hit! It was basically a snapshot there, because he wasn't fully dialed in, and now he's going to go for the Leopard 1. Doesn't get that one on target. We lose the Lance and C, taken out by the Leopard. Standard reload is 8.25 seconds. You can see Mr. Land's got 6.76, which is not bad. It's a nice reduction. The Leopard's still below us though. Yeah, this is the problem with the gun mounted at the rear. You don't get much gun depression. In fact, it's only 5.5 degrees. Very, very little indeed. And he's decided to go all in. Oh! Well, he did get that shot on target, and then he got 200 hit points from a RAM. And despite the fact now he is going to take a couple of shots from the Leopard, he takes the guy out, and that's it for him. So that's the second kill for Mr. Lan. Now, one of the benefits, of course, with a rear-mounted turret and the engine and the gearbox up front is that, of course, that acts as a protection for the crew because it's all in the way. But on the other side of the coin is if the enemy does manage to get around in through the lower plates, then it's actually going to put the vehicle out of operation for a while because they're going to have to fix the engine. But at least the crew's still going to be alive. Now, we've got a 60 TP over there. He knows we're here because Sixth Sense has seen us, but he's not paying attention to us. He's paying attention to our teammates who are up the hill. And the second shot in, the 60 TP can't ignore us now, because if he does, he's going to suffer. Oh! He managed to get a shot into us with an HE round. And he tried to immobilise him there by going that one through the front drive wheel, but it didn't work. Now the thing is, there are enemy tanks just further up the hill, the Jagdtiger and the E4, if he goes after the 60 TP, there's always a possibility they may turn around and try and shoot Mr. Land instead. In fact, the Jagdtiger's backing down, and it's the worst possible answer for him, because now he's going to get shot in the ass, and there's not a lot he can do. He's immobilized, but he uses the repair kit to turn around, fires around into us, and Mr. Land tries to immobilize him and then get outside his arc, which he is now. It worked. Fires another one in to immobilize. You can see that the E4 is backing down the hill. Got to watch out for that 60 TP though. We're getting closer to the Jagdtiger. That one definitely went through for 402. Another immobilizing shot for 401. We're still not getting shot by the 60 TP, but that's the kill shot on the Jagdtiger. Now we've got to deal with the E4. Now we need to immobilize him first. That's one. The 60 TP is not paying any attention to us whatsoever, which is surprising. And there goes the E4. I would have thought 60 TP would have taken out Mr. Land, but he didn't. And now he's realised that Mr. Land is now free and clear to kill him. And he's back behind the rock. Yeah, that's 60 TP's in a whole world of trouble now. We've got an object treble 7-2 just the other side of the rock, and we're the other side. So he's caught in the crossfire, and there he goes. That's his 5th kill. There's 4 enemies remaining. Oh, now what happened there? I think we got clobbered in the rear by our Leopard 1. Okay, he's going to let those guys go first, and he'll follow up. He's only got 324 hit points left, which does make him a one-shot for some of the enemy tanks, so he doesn't really want to get hit. I'm wondering if he's going to turn around and go the other way round. Yes, it looks like that's what he's up to. Now originally the gun inside the K-91-PT was going to be a 100mm gun, but Wargaming decided to give it a 122, and it is one of the reward tanks, so it's a good job he did actually go back this way, because there's a 703-2 just further along in the bowl. It is one of the reward tanks for the bonuses you get from the frontline and also from Battle Pass. The bonus coins, I was about to say. There he is. There he is. Puts around in 371. We lose the set treble 7-2, unfortunately, though. Of course, those things, the weakness is the hull, not the turret. And the 703-2's decided to pull back behind the rock. Now, we dare not go forward on our own, because the 703-2 would take advantage of that. Remember, still a one-shot, so he has to take that into account. Our teammates are actually now heading towards the cap area, which is guarded by an AE Phase 1. Now, what's he doing here? Well, the M41 Bulldog and who else is up that hill? It looks like it's the Carnarvon are still waiting in the ice road area. I think they may be AFK actually. Got our FB4005 at the other end of the bridge. Well, we've got the enemy cap area. They've killed the AE Phase 1. And there is the Scorpion. Well, yeah, good shot. 422 high roll. Now, is that going to make the enemy 703-2 come out? Will he come out to play? Got rather close to where he was last seen. He's not there. Okay, so he must have moved towards our cap, or he's gone back to try and reset the cap. I don't think he's gone back. I think he's actually gone towards our cap. The Heshbarn's gone to the right to the very edge of the ice road, but he can't see anyone. Where is he? We're capping at the other end. We've only got one in the cap though, the C30. There's the Scorpion. One shot's enough to deal with him, and that's the Top Gun. Where did that 7032 go? One last tank remaining between them and the bonus. So I hope that T-30 is willing to decap to allow us to get... There's the 703. He's on the ice road chasing the M41 and Carnarvon. He didn't go in the cap, so he must have gone all the way around it to avoid detection. And it does look as if they are going to cap out, and he's platooned with the Heshbon to get the brothers in arms, and the game is over. So that's the end of the first battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Here's the end of battle results, and that was an ace tanker game for Mr. Land and the K-91-PT. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 12, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. He got a brothers in arms because he got at least 3 kills, so did the platoon mate in this game, the Heshbon, and he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. 9 kills in his platoon overall. Sadly, there wasn't somebody else he could platoon with to get even more medals. If you can see, he's right at the top of the table with 6,918 hit points of damage. The second highest damage was the Heshbon with 5,743. So, well, that's actually close to 13,000 hit points of damage between them. The third highest damage was in fact the Leopard 1 on the enemy team with 2,624 hit points. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 6. 3 kills went to the Heshbon and also to the Object 7032, who did stay alive towards the end of the game. And when it came to base XP, yes, Mr. Land scored the most in that one with 1,833. The second highest was 903 for the SU-101, and the third was the Heshbon with 828. He fired 27 rounds in that game, got 25 direct hits and 19 penetrations, 1 splash. Damage of 6,918 hit points, of which 1,536 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits from the enemy, only 2 of which actually penetrated. One of those came from the Leopard, and I believe another one came from, was it the K-91? I think it may have been the K-91 who, or no, that was an HE round, wasn't it? 4 non-penetrations and 2 penetration, well, 2 splash rounds against him. That one of those definitely was the one of the enemy tanks. It was the, which one was it? 60 TP, I think it was, wasn't it? Yes, the 60 TP. Sorry. Get back to the results. 1,470 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 2,274 hit points of damage assistance or spotting assist in this one. He earned 64,855 credits from the game, got 48,642 from personal reserves, a total of 145,925 credits overall, but he did fire premium ammo throughout. He is working towards his 3rd mark, and as a consequence of this, yes, he actually made a loss to the game. 10,249 credits, but that's okay because we know that Mr. Land can earn huge credits when he's not using premium rounds. 1,833 XP, 2,750 from personal reserves bonus, 963 for tactical training, and 138 for this being a premium vehicle. Yes, because it's one of the bonus vehicles or the vehicles you actually receive for bonus coins, you don't actually get a lot in premium bonus for this one. You only get the massive premium bonus if you actually pay for it with hard currency. 6,600 experience points altogether. So that's the end of the first battle. You may have noticed some changes to our style actually in this battle. We're now actually putting in battle chapters, and that means that you can actually zip to the part of the battle or the part of the video that you want to actually watch. And by this I mean you can see that there's the first battle in detail, then the battle results, then the second battle, and the second battle results. So that way, if you know that there's a video with specific chapter in, I can actually specify when that part of the video actually occurred, and it'll zap you there straight away by clicking on it. It's a new feature we're putting in today because we noticed for the first time that the Mighty Jingles has actually started using chapters to make it easier for people to locate things on his videos, and we decided to do the same as well. So we're copying the Mighty Jingles with that, you might say. But well, we're emulating him, not copying him, emulating him by putting in the chapters. Let's have a look at the second battle. Well, here's the second replay, and you can see that Mr. Lan has actually now set it up so he's got his K91 with the alternate configurations. Yes, he's been researching it and has put the additional bits on to make it more efficient. Okay, game on. Now, one of the bad things about this tank destroyer is you don't get a whole lot of ammunition. You only get 30 rounds in total, which means that, yes, you're going to have to be careful with blasting away at targets that, well, you might not be able to hit, because you could use up all your ammunition fairly quickly. But of course, Mr. Lan is particularly accurate, so as you saw in that last battle, he did get some really good shots into the enemy, and it paid off. It's a bit crowded here at the moment. He's trying to shove the other tanks out the way so he can get some good shots. I totally understand that. After all, he does have the ability to do considerable damage to the enemy. Now, he actually fired that one blind, but it could be a good chance that he did actually hit something. At least the Scorpion went down. Again, he's sort of like, it's a heavily populated area. If his teammates know who Mr. Lan is, I don't think they'd be too worried about him taking up space.
Thanks.
Okay, there are a lot of enemy just the other side. In fact, Navy Phase 1's turned up. And he's not the only one. There's the Future 4 and the T-54 first prototype. Now, you might have the opportunity to shoot those guys from this side of the battlefield instead. Now, he wasn't seen when he went through that gap in the bushes. Fortunately, he can't get further up because of the, you have to go up further up the incline in order to get the gun to depress enough. 5.5 degrees really isn't a lot to work with. If he pushes further up the line, the ridge, he will actually probably get spotted. He's got a shot into the Progetto. A low roll though, 327. He was spotted. Yeah, that was what I feared would happen. You get seen. There he's got a T-54 first prototype, puts around through his side, gets a high roll, 457, and he gets spotting assist on the Progetto to his right. And he takes out the T-54 first prototype, so he's got his first kill. Now, the other bad thing about getting this particular tank destroyer is, of course, it does cost quite a bit more in terms of the coins, the bonus coins to get one. It's one of the more expensive ones. I believe it's 12 to get one of these. Not 9 as it is for the A Phase 1 or the Char Future 4 or the Object 777 version 2. So, yes, you are paying a bit extra, but as a tank destroyer, it's actually, on a par with the 704, except slightly quicker. Got a top speed of 52 kilometers now, but he was seen there by the Char. And, well, nice round for 384, but he has been seen and shot at by the Panther 2 for, I think that's a 88mm round, that one. Or is it? It's not a 105, surely. Gets another round into him for 409, which is a high roll. Come on, put one back into his turret. Oh, didn't get it, and the Panther gets another round into us. This is not good, actually. He's taking damage. It's whittling away. Plus, of course, there's a possibility he will take damage to his engine. Oh, and the Arty's decided to join in now because he's the closest one. He's getting all the attention. There's only 5 enemy left now. And the Panther 2 is down. He's going after the Arty. Can he get a shot? No, he's gone behind the house, but he pops back out. And yes, gets a nice hit for 438, another high roll. And he's found the ISU 152, which I think is going to be his next victim. Either that or it's going to be the Arty. Well, the 152 drowned, so he obviously went over the edge. And he's lining himself up for a nice shot, but the Arty gets it. Yep, that's his second kill. Can he get a third one? The Skoda decided to dive over into the harbour to drown himself. And that's 2 drownings in quick succession. Yes, he has drowned. So I think they were about to jump on top of him. Let's have a look at the end of battle results for this one. Here's the end of battle results, and that was only a second-class tanker game for Mr. Land in the K-91-PT, but he did get his 3rd mark of excellence from that game, as well as a spot advantage for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. We look at the team score, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Charfuture 4, who got 3,432 hit points. Mr. Land got 3,155, and the E75TS got 2,917. When it came to kills, it was the Viz 55 who managed to get 3 kills, 2 kills to the Charfuture 4, and of course Mr. Land and the TNH 105, and nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, it was the Charfuture 4 did the best, because of course he's tier 9, but he was doing a lot of damage. 999 base experience points to him. The E75 got 985, and of course he's tier 8, and then with TNH with 958. Mr. Land came up with 942, puts him in 4th place. He fired 11 shots in this game, not as many in the other one. 10 direct hits, 9 penetrations. He had better penetration, but I think that's down to the fact he was facing lower tier opponents. 3,155 hit points of damage, of which 822 were at more than 300 meters. Most of the damage was done at close range in this one. 3 hits received, all 3 were penetrations, I'm afraid, and 1 hit by way of splash damage from the Arty as well. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 1,557 hit points of spotting assist. He earned 33,907 credits from this one, 25,431 from personal reserves, a total of 76,292 credits overall. After repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and yes, he was using premium ammo again, he did make a loss, but only 10,962 credits, and now that he's got his 3rd mark, he can switch back from premium rounds to just standard rounds and possibly earn a decent profit. 942 XP, 71 for this being a premium vehicle, and 1,484 experience points altogether. So well done for getting your 3rd mark of excellence on this vehicle. I know a lot of people who get these reward tanks like to get them 3rd marked as quickly as they can, because of course it's a bit of a challenge. If you haven't 3rd marked one of these reward tanks already, it's difficult enough doing it, because most of them are tier 9, these ones from the bonus program. Of course, the Charfuture, the Object 777 version 2, and the AE Phase 1. So you are going to be working at those for quite some time. Plus, of course, it's a little more difficult to mark higher tier tanks than it is the tier 8 ones, which, because of course they don't earn as much as you would like. In fact, I find that I think most people agree that when you get to the tier 10 level, tier 10s don't earn as much as tier 8s overall for the amount of cost that they incur. So yes, you end up a nice profit with tier 8s, but you spend all that profit when you get to tier 9 and tier 10. So well done, Mr. Land. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. and thank you for watching.